I remember when I first tried to shoot video with a cheap mirrorless camera, the kind that's basically a smartphone with a bigger lens mount. The colors looked flat, the autofocus hunted like it was chasing ghosts, and the viewfinder was so dim I kept wondering if the sun had set. It felt like I was fighting the camera instead of creating with it. That's why when I finally held the Nikon Z6 III, everything just clicked. This isn't one of those overhyped game changers that promise the world and deliver noise. It's the real deal for anyone who actually wants to shoot stunning video without jumping through hoops. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. What really stood out is the 6K/60p internal and RAW recording. I've shot with cameras that claim 4K but compress the life out of the footage. The Z6 III keeps the dynamic range wide open, so when I grade in post, I'm not fighting crushed shadows or blown highlights. I recently filmed a sunrise over a lake, and the detail in the clouds was so rich I could pull back the exposure without it falling apart. That kind of latitude is what separates decent footage from something you'd actually want to keep. Then there's the viewfinder. I've used EDFs that felt like looking through a foggy window, especially in bright light. The Z6 III's EVF hits a max brightness of 4000 nits, so even when I'm outside on a sunny day, the image stays crisp and vibrant. I don't have to squint or guess, I see exactly what I'm getting. That might sound small, but when you're trying to nail a shot, it's the difference between frustration and focus. Low light performance is another game saver. The ISO range goes from 100 up to 64,000, and it's not just marketing. I shot a concert indoors with minimal lighting, and even at ISO 12,800, the noise was manageable. The colors stayed true, and the autofocus locked on without hunting. That's the kind of reliability you need when you're not in a controlled studio. Speaking of autofocus, the Z6 III can detect down to -10 electron volts. I've used cameras that struggle in dimly lit rooms, but this one just nails it. I was filming a documentary-style interview in a candlelit room, and the camera kept the subject sharp even when they moved slightly. The AF system is smart too, it tracks faces, eyes, and even animals if you're into wildlife. It's not magic, but it sure feels like it when you're used to fighting your gear. Picture control is flexible enough that you can dial in your look in camera or leave it neutral for grading later. I like to shoot flat so I have more control in post, but sometimes I want a warm, cinematic look straight out of the camera. With the Z6 III, I can adjust the tone curves, contrast, and saturation to match my vision without needing extra LUTs or presets. It's one less step in the workflow, and that matters when you're on a tight schedule. The body is weather sealed, which is a relief if you're shooting in unpredictable conditions. I've taken mine out in light rain and dusty environments without worrying about damage. The ergonomics are solid too, it fits comfortably in my hands, and the button layout is intuitive. I can change settings without taking my eye off the viewfinder, which is crucial when you're trying to capture a fleeting moment. Now, it's not perfect. The battery life is decent but not outstanding. I carry a couple of spares when I'm on a long shoot day. Also, the menu system can feel a bit overwhelming at first. It's packed with options, so it takes some time to get comfortable. But once you do, it's smooth sailing. If you're serious about video, whether you're a filmmaker, content creator, or just someone who wants better quality without the hassle, the Z6 III is worth the investment. It's the kind of camera that disappears into the background, letting you focus on the shot instead of the gear. If you want to see the specs for yourself, check the link below. Happy shooting!